Hey guys, Jandre here from V8 Media. In today's video, I want to quickly unpack how you can leverage Payday to maximize your growth on a monthly basis. This is specifically for e-commerce businesses looking to maximize their budget in terms of ROAS, which is basically just return on ad spend. Right, so I'm going to jump over to my iPad, just draw a little bit of a schematic so you can exactly see what I'm saying. Right, so if this is a 30-day period, this is the first, this is the 30th, then this will be roughly, 15th of the month. Now, one thing we need to keep in mind is that people get paid around the 25th, so they get paid around there, and a lot of people get paid on the 1st as well. So these are the two dates that are very, very crucial when it comes to your monthly marketing strategy. The main reason they're so important is because this is exactly when people get paid, and this is when they have money in their bank account in order to give over or transfer over to you in exchange for the product or service that they might be looking at or might be seeing in their feed or on Google or wherever it might be. The psychology around these dates also change, purely because of the fact that when you have money, you can spend money and you want to spend money. And when it comes to the middle of the month, you're living in a state of lack, so you're not that inclined to really overextend yourself in order to commit to a deal. So when you are going to aggressively market your product or service, then it's very, very crucial that you plan it around the 1st and the 25th of every single month. This is roughly how an average e-commerce store's revenue would look like over 30 days, and this is also equivalent to how people spend money on a monthly basis. You'll see that it goes roughly something like this. Right, so what we can see there is that when people get paid on the 1st, they obviously spend more money. As the amount of money they have in their bank account lowers throughout the month, they obviously start spending less. And as you get closer to the 25th, you'll see around the 23rd, around here, that's when people start spending again because they know that payday is only 1 or 2 days away. And we can see as the graph goes up, that is essentially when people start committing to buying products or services again. So what does this really mean for your business? Well, two things. You can actually influence your own marketing spend throughout the month on Facebook to be parallel with the actual spending behavior of your market. And two, you can strategically plan your promotions and offers around these dates as well. What's very interesting is when I used to work in retail, we used to think that we need to be running specials hard in the middle of every single month. However, that was a very big mistake for us because the amount of money we had to spend to promote that deal and the amount of money we got back just never wasn't as favorable as if we had to run that same deal on the 1st and the 25th of every single month. And the reason for that is that regardless of how good the deal is, if people don't have money in their bank accounts, they are not going to commit to it. So even if you're doing a 30, 40, 50% off, if people don't have money, they do not have money. And you still need to spend that money to promote the deal. So the return on that actual initiative is diminished purely because of the psychological aspect of the consumer. The fact that they don't have money in their bank account, they don't want to commit to the deal. And what ends up happening is you still need to pay Facebook to promote that deal. So you're spending more, you're cutting your margins in half because you're giving a discount, and then not enough people buy to really bring money back into the bank in order to justify the discount that you actually provided in the first place. So what we suggest is two things. In order to minimize your wastage on your ad budget, you can actually influence your ad budget according to how people spend their money. So if this is how they spend, this can be your budget. And this will allow you to get the most return on your budget throughout the month. So if this is 400 Rand a day budgets, you can lower it to 200 or 300 Rand a day in the middle of the month, and you can up it again around payday to get back to the normal budget that you would, and that will allow you to essentially keep seeing a positive ROAS on your ads. Now, another thing that you can do is you can actually plan specials around these specific dates. So we've got the 1st, that's an important date, and we've got the 25th. What we suggest you do is that you create some form of promotion around the 23rd, 24th, and from the 25th of every single month. And you can do this for around 4 or 5 days. And you can discount a category, you can promote your new sellers, you can discount your top sellers, you can discount new products, whatever it may be, but create some excitement around payday. What we've seen is if you discount a product or a range of products around payday, the actual return on that initiative is a lot better than if you had to do it throughout the month. Because like I said, people don't have money throughout the month. So in essence, by timing the deal when people do have money, you actually get the volume back necessary in order to justify the margin that you discounted. because at the end of the day, you are banking money, you're not banking margin. You can run a promotion from the 25th to the 28th, 29th of every single month, and then you can maybe do something different from the 1st to the 4th or 5th of every single month, and that should get people excited. That should allow you to attract volumes, and that should allow you to get a really positive return on your ad spend as well. And that is just part one of how we would advise that you leverage payday when it comes to maximizing your growth. If you enjoyed this video, then stay tuned for part two. We'll be sharing some more tactics and strategies.